Up to and through the 1860s, Manifest Destiny was popularized, causing changes in many groups of people, including settlers. Settlers were a large faction who traveled from the eastern side of the United States to the Great Plains. The journey was dangerous, but many took the risk in hopes of a better future and a more sustainable lifestyle. However, settlers faced hardships and important challenges migrating to and settling in the West, yet they recovered and took advantage of the land. Thus, westward expansion both positively and negatively affected settlers of the Great Plains. There were many reasons why settlers relocated to the West. One of them was the offers made by the railroad companies. They escorted settlers to the plains, and companies sold them land granted by the government. Another monumental cause of westward movement was the passing of two federal laws in 1962. The Homestead Act provided homesteads, 160-acre plots of public land for a minimal price. This was guaranteed as long as the farmers agreed to work and live on the land for 5 years. About 600,000 farmers were attracted to the Great Plains because of this act. In total, 80 million acres of land were sold by the end of the 18th century. States raised money to build colleges by selling land granted by the government through the Morrill Land Grant Act. Some other factors for migration to the Great Plains include the availability of cheap land, the possibility of growing rich, and the escape from a low salary in the city area. Also, encouragement from family members, advertisement, overpopulation of eastern cities, and the U.S. Army's reduction of the threat of attack by Plain tribes convinced folks to relocate to the West. However, the promise of improvement came with many negative consequences, which became present while journeying to the grasslands. Numerous hardships came with the trek to the Great Plains. Settlers experienced ambushes by Native American tribes, scarcity of food, and disease, resulting in plenty of fatalities. Some travelers even lost direction and faith in their journey, wanting to turn back but not knowing where. Nevertheless, the privations became much worse and the people settled down on the plains. Success didn't come to the frontiersmen as they had hoped. They left lumber, so settlers initially built houses by digging holes in the sides of a hill or by fashioning houses out of sod, called soddies. There were prairie fires and arguments over the ownership of property. Native Americans frequently attacked the settlers as well, threatening their safety and ability to thrive on the Great Plains. Women worked in the field with their husbands to be more efficient. Even children contributed. Women also received more opportunities. They served as doctors, teachers, and the core of their family. Settlers in the Great Plains worked long hours and developed new technology to help make farm work faster and easier. Over time, the settlers learned from their mistakes and taught others ways to survive. Eventually, the harsh life in the grasslands became prosperous and settlers learned to thrive within the environment for a better change.